Now, dissertations are difficult enough without your dissertation supervisor or thesis advisor ghosting you, right? But what can you do if your emails are going unanswered, or if your supervisor is taking an unreasonable amount of time to get back to you? In this video, I'll share with you 2 top tips to help you get the support that you need with your dissertation. Firstly, the polite chaser email, and secondly, switching mediums. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Yardley, and I've spent 20 years working in UK universities as a lecturer and professor on social science degree courses. During that time, I've heard lots of students saying this about their supervisor: they're ignoring me, they're not responding to my emails, I sent them a message like weeks ago and nothing. I really need them to get back to me, so what do I do? If this is you, what can you do to make sure you get a response, but also maintain a functioning professional relationship with your supervisor? Let's take a look at those 2 tips. Firstly, send one polite chaser email to your supervisor. You're going to keep it short and to the point. Take the last email that you sent to them and forward it to them in a new message. In this email, you're going to say something like, "Dear Doctor, Professor, I hope you are well. I wanted to follow up on my previous email and see if you'd had the chance to look at or consider. I'm really keen to hear your views on this to move forward with my project. I look forward to hearing from you. Kind regards." Feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot if you want to use this as a template. Now, there are 3 things that I really like about this email. Firstly, you're getting the tone spot on. You're not being aggressive or confrontational. Secondly, you're acknowledging that they're likely very busy, but without saying that. Because if you do say, "I know you're really busy, you must be so busy," you sound a little bit whiny and annoying, and you come across like you're asking them to do you a favour. You don't want to sound whiny and annoying because this is an adult to adult relationship, not a child to parent one. And this is the same kind of email that they would receive from a colleague or even their boss. So you are immediately putting yourself on that level. You're being professional, and they are likely to go, "Oh, yeah, I need to respond to that." You're not asking them to do you a favour. They should be replying to your messages. So don't come across as if you think that you're causing them an inconvenience, because you're not. Thirdly, when you say, "I'm really keen to hear your views on this to move forward with my project," you are conveying that their opinion matters to you. So having grabbed their attention with the first couple of lines of the email that essentially say, "Hey, over here, stop ignoring me," but in a polite, professional way. With this line, you are massaging their ego a little bit and saying, "I can't really do much more without you checking over this because you're the expert, I value your input." And you know what? There is nothing wrong with kissing their arse a little bit, but just don't overdo it because that's creepy. So that is your polite chaser email, which you are going to send today, aren't you? Quick side note, if you're finding the video helpful so far, if you're going to use that email to send to your own supervisor, take a moment to hit that like button down there, because it really does make a huge difference in ensuring that other people can find it and that they too can break the silence with their supervisor. Now on to the second tip: switch mediums. Okay, so these days, most communication with your lecturers, professors, dissertation supervisors tends to take place over email. And it's quite likely that your message to your supervisor has got lost somewhere in that inbox. And speaking from experience of this myself, I can tell you that academics receive a lot of email traffic. Their inboxes are never empty. There is a constant stream of email traffic all day long, every day. Now, is that an excuse for not replying to you? Absolutely not. But is that a reality of life in colleges and universities these days? Absolutely yes. And at this point, I'd like to draw upon this overused but useful quote: "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results." If your supervisor does not reply to that nice, polite, professional chaser email, do you think they're going to respond to another one? Probably not. Maybe they're in email denial and they've just kind of switched off from their inbox, and that happens more than you might think. So at this point, you need to mix things up a bit and grab their attention in other ways, whilst remaining nice and polite and professional. Pick up the phone and make a phone call. Most academics still have a phone number that they can be reached on. Check out your college or university staff directory and find that number. Give them a call, and they might actually answer. In that case, you can say something along the lines of, "Hello, Dr. Smith, it's Liz Yardley here. How are you? I just wanted to give you a quick call to follow up on the email I sent because I'm really keen to get your views on if you want to take a screenshot of this to use when you call your supervisor, knock yourself out." If they don't answer, leave them a voicemail saying the same thing and letting them know a number that they can contact you on. If you're going to use any of the tips that I've shared so far and you are nodding along to this video, take a moment to hit the subscribe button because I have more videos about how to get the most out of your supervision on the way, and I would not want you to miss any of them. So back to the phone calls. If you can't find a number for them or you can't leave a voicemail, call the general administrator's office of the faculty, the school, or the department that your supervisor belongs to. You'll be able to find this number on your college or university website or on the university directory. Alternatively, you could just call the general switchboard and ask to be put through to whatever department you're in. Talk to one of the administrators and say, "Hi there, I'm one of Dr. Smith's dissertation students and I'm having trouble getting hold of them. I sent a couple of emails and I've tried calling, but I haven't been able to reach them. Would you be able to pass on a message for me, please?" Then leave a message. Again, feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot. Now, this one tends to be pretty effective because when your supervisor receives a message from an administrator saying, "Look, this student is trying to get hold of you," something shifts because now it's not just you and your supervisor that know that they're a bit rubbish at communicating. Somebody else knows as well, the administrator. And when your supervisor hears from the administrator, that can kind of rattle them into action. It can give them a bit of a kick up the arse. I actually used this tactic when I was a student myself and it worked every single time. So give it a go. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you'd like more dissertation advice and tips on topics like this and all of these, become a Degree Doctor Insider and go and sign up for my email subscriber list. And if you sign up right now using the link in the description, you will get these lovely freebies that are going to be super helpful in keeping your dissertation on track. And I will see you back here soon for more dissertation tips.